Hey guys, welcome back. So in this lecture, we're going to cover before method and after method annotation. Okay. So what is before method? So before method, it's each and every test is nothing but a method. We all know. Okay. So every method. So when you need to create a test cases, we have to create through a method and use @test annotation, right? So before method is specified to a class level, like before class or after class. But the difference is that this will be executed before every test annotation method in that class. So wherever this before method will declare, this method will execute before each and every test cases being declared in the same class. So if you have a if you have a before method in a class and that class have a say 4 test cases, so before method will execute 4 times before each and every method. So this is the big difference, the difference between before method and before class. Before class, it gets executed once at the beginning for that class level, for that specific class, but it's once. But before test will execute before each and every method, so it depends on multiple times. So it depends on how many method you have. So before each and every method you have for that class. Okay. And after method, it's the same thing. It's specified to a class level 2, and this will execute after every test annotation method in that class. So if you have a 5 test method, it will be execute 5 times. So, let's see an example. So let me, I will create another class. Let's create another class. I will give a class name, say demo3. Demo3, okay? So it's a class, it's demo3. Let's create a sum of the method over here, test method. I would say public void, say search result. Say for search result 1. So this is the method name. Okay, and then sys out. So I would say let's put up here MacBook Pro 13 test result. So assume that this is this class is related to the method for searching the product for MacBook Pro, as well as maybe it's iPhone Pro 15. Okay, so this is, let's create another method, and then I will give a name search result 2. I will say iPhone Pro 15 test result. Okay, and now to make this method as a class, or test cases, so at the right, I have to add the test annotation, right? Hover your mouse, input the package. Similarly for this one too, test annotation, right? So this is 2 test cases, right? So in this test cases, in this class, in demo3 class, I'm going to add a before method. So it doesn't matter where you declare. So if you declare here, it will do the same thing. If you declare before, it will do the same thing. Okay, so I will add at the before is at the beginning and after at the end. But again, I'm saying it doesn't matter where you declare, as long as it's this declare in a class. Okay, so I will declare say, let's create a public void method. Public void, I would say before method, class name, before method test, whatever you say. And then I would say this out, system.out.println, and then I would say before method, whatever it's this method supposed to do, let's make those meaningful things here. Missing this. Okay, before method will run before every @test annotation. So it will be run before this test annotation, and it will run again before this method. So that's what it's meaning. Okay, and to make it before method, so I will say @ the annotation before method. Okay, hover mouse, input the package. So similar things I will do. Okay, and then I will say after, let's give a name after method name, after method, right? So this will print after method. It will run after every other test annotation. Okay, and to add this one, to make this one after method, we have to add after method annotation, right? So hover your mouse, input the package. Okay, so if I want to run, let me run, see this, if I can run this way. Okay, run TestNG. Okay, so I'm running just single this class demo3, and you can see here, as I said, this before method will run first before each and every other test case you have. So it's running here. You can see before method will run before every test annotation, and then it should run one of your test cases. So which one is running. So MacBook, and after that MacBook Pro 13 test results. So MacBook Pro 13 test result, right? And then again after method, then it's after method. Okay, so after method is supposed to run also after each and every test cases. So here is after method will run after every test annotation, and then again before method will run before its second test case get execute. So this will run, you can see before method is run, and then this is the second test cases iPhone Pro. This is the second test iPhone Pro, and then after method annotation get executed. Okay, this is the way before method and after method. It's apply on your class level, but it runs before and after each and every test case you have, or test annotation method you have. Okay, so now if you want, you can add this demo3 in your TestNG XML. If you want to run through the TestNG XML, let's go to the TestNG XML. You can add over here, since this method is all about the search, so it should go to the search module. So we can add this one over here. We can say class name, right? Class name equals to, right? So what's your package name? Package name is test dot it's a demo3, right? Demo3, and then we have to give a closing tag, right, for class. Save it. Then if you run now through your XML file, it should also consider over here. You can see it should be there. Here you can see, after before method. So there's a before method, and this is the test cases in the before class, and then after method, and then again before method, and this is the another test cases in your same class, and the after method, right? Okay, so that's the way to use case, or way to use or declare before and after, and in real life, what are those things is uses? And usually before method, something, if you need to do some execution, some prerequisite that you need to run before each and every method. Say you need to clear the delete cookies. Okay, before every method test cases execution, you want to clear your cache, you want to clear your cookies. That time you can create a before method and write this code, like driver.manage.delete all cookies. We use this one in our previous example we have seen. So this line can be go to the before method. And after method, every test cases should be independent. So after you execute test cases, if you want to close your browser to make it independent test cases, you can put driver.quit in a method. The method name to quit your browser method, usually standard is used, called the method name is tear down, and you can add your after method annotation for this with this method, like to quit your browser. So every method, before every test cases, your cookies will be clear, and then the test cases will execute, and after that it will close your browser, something like that. It's really depends on you exactly how you want to draw, how you want to craft your automation frameworks. It is the different option it's giving you. It's not necessary that all of them you have to use. It's really depends on how optimized way you want to use and make it more dynamic and useful, easy, saving your time for your automation. Okay, that's all. But before we go, one important thing, there is a very common interview question. Okay, what is the difference between before method and before test? Okay, it's sometimes people, they get confused when all of them together. So again, before method runs in a class level before each and every method in that class. So example, if you have 4 method in that class, before method will run 4 times before each and every method, those test cases. And before test, so here is a keyword test, is apply on your XML in your module or test folder level. It run first only once for that specific module, right? And then all the test classes method will be run underneath the same module. So okay, so that's the difference between the before method and before test. Thank you.